Well, hey guys, how are you? Welcome. I am Summer with Summer Sweet Shop, and I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to do a live fun cookie tutorial tonight. But first, we are going to talk about something super exciting. It's something that you've been asking for. It's something that you guys have been wanting. And I'm so excited to give you guys the first installment today. So let me just make sure we're in all the right places. So if you don't know, I am Summer with Summer Sweet Shop. I teach people how to make beautiful and delicious sugar cookies. And I also teach you how to build and grow your cookie business. So I am pumped that you are here and excited that you're here, to whether you are here just to learn how to make cookies. We're going to do that. I'm trying to make sure that I'm live on my page. There we go. All right. But I love teaching you about running a business and about how to have a successful cookie business and what that means and how you can have success with your cookie business and make some extra income, because who doesn't want some extra income, right, coming in? So, come on in. So glad that you guys are here. And we are going to have a really fun tutorial. We're going to decorate 4 really awesome summer cookies tonight. But I have to tell you, these cookies are very near and dear to my heart. And the reason, I feel like I need like a drum roll. The reason that these 4 cookies are super special to me is because they are the first cookies that I have made with my own cutters. So these are my own cutters that I have created and selling and printed. And I'm so stinking proud of them. Guys, like I just cannot even tell you how long this has been coming, how hard I have been working on this. And I'm so excited to have these. So let's just talk about these for a minute. So these are 3D printed cookie cutters. There are 4 designs. We have a bathing suit design here. I'm going to show you what this one will be. We're going to decorate this one together tonight. How cutie patootie is that? Lots of different things that you can do with this cutter. By the way, this is supposed to be like a hot pink, like a flamingo pink, and it comes out red. So, but it looks great in the red and the teal. I love that as well. We have the sunshine here, which we will make with our beautiful sunshine here. So super excited. Again, these are 3D printed cookie cutters. You can grab these right now on my website. I have a very small quantity of these available, but I will share the link for you guys right now so that you can go grab them if you want this set of 4 cookie cutters. So let me grab that real quick before I forget. Okay. Let's see. Copy. This is where it's good to have like somebody else helping you do this, but that's how we're doing it tonight. Okay. So sunshine, adorable sunshine, and your adorable sunshine cutter. So stinking cute. And these are good. And I worked really hard to make these where they're not squishy, that they're going to cut sharply into your dough. You're not going to have where you're going to have extra dough or you're going to have not sharp edges. Made sure that we cut these really well so that you can cut your dough. Excellent. The next one we have is our hat. Cutie hat. I've been seeing the Royals this week in their hats and they're so beautiful. Inspired with a little beach hat. Again, this is like a flamingo pink. We got a little bit of pink here and I love the red little ribbon on this. We're going to decorate this one together tonight. You can grab this cutter in my shop. I love saying that. You can grab these cutters in my shop right now. Again, very small quantity of these available. They are listed on sale for $20. They will regularly be $22. So you get $2 off if you purchase them right now. And then we have the little beach tote, a little beach bag. and we're going to decorate this one together. Let's hope and pray I do not drop these right here. And we're going to make that beautiful hibiscus. We've got our little beach tote right here. So let's talk about sizes of these 3D printed cookie cutters. Our bathing suit is 4 inches tall. Whenever you see the measurements on the website, you will see that it's wherever the biggest part of the cutter is. So for this one, it wouldn't be wide, it would be tall for the beach bag. For the hat, it's the length from here to here. We have for the bathing suit, it is 4 inches tall. For the beach bag, this one is 3.5 inches tall. So yes, it is 3.25 inches tall. All the measurements are there on my website. Your hat is, I want to make sure I get this right, 3.75 inches wide. So 3.75. And I made these specifically for this set, for it all to flow together, to look great together, that you could put this set together, sell these, have these for a farmer's market, anything that you can think of, like you could sell these, make these cookies and sell them. And then we have the sun. The sun is a 3.25 inches. So this one is just the widest place, but it's going to be pretty much 3.25 all the way around. So guys, I'm so excited. New cutters, and they're in my shop. Who am I? This is just the very, very, very beginning. And I am so excited to offer these to you guys, that no longer do you have to go somewhere else and worry about processing times. These will all be shipped out fairly quickly in the next day or so, and they will be in your hands very, very quickly. So it is already June, and so you want to grab these cutters so you can be making these beautiful cookies together. So I love it. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. Hey, Patrina, so good to see you guys. I love your support. Go check it out. The website is there. I wonder, oh, you know what? I need to, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can do that. If I can tag it. Oh, shoot. I don't think I can tag my comment. Hey, Robin, watching from Oregon. Love the cutters. Your cutters come with pictures for decorating later. Yes. So thank you for asking that. The cutters will come with the images. So the picture here, these are, I did an overhead picture of these so that you can put these right into your projector and get those perfectly straight lines, especially like these here. You can get those straight lines. So you can use this for your projector. I like to use, and I will be using the cookie itself for the images, not just an illustration. I want you to be able to see what it looks like on the cookie, like what it's going to create and what the possibilities are there with it. So that's super important to me. So you will have those images there. You will also have a live video tutorial. So this tutorial will be available to you. It will come with the cutter. So if you see this later on, or you have other ones, they will come with the video tutorial with them. Not every cutter that we will be doing, but this one in particular will have a video tutorial with it. So do the cutters have a name of the image on the cutter? They do not. I do not have the fancy names on the side of what it is, like to say like bathing suit or whatnot. We're, working on that. This is the very, very, very beginning. So I don't have that just yet. But great question. Will you be making the monthly cutters now for NLCC? Not yet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, Letitia. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Hey, Bonnie. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Thank you, Lori. Patrina, so excited. Awesome, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So again, we're going to do a full tutorial on these cookies here. You can grab these cutters on my website, very, very limited quantities. So make sure you grab them. They will probably go very fast. So make sure you grab them. So excited for just now joining us. Have a brand new summer cutter box that has just launched with 4 adorable cookie cutters in the box. So would love for you to take them and decorate with these adorable cutters. So super exciting things happening, and I'm so excited to finally tell you guys. So it's been a long time coming, and I just can't wait for you to decorate with me. So let's go ahead and get started decorating now. All right, I'm going to move this over here. And let's see here. Let's get our, there we go. All right. So I do have images for each of these. Oh, I feel like that's kind of dirty. The lens on this. So we're going to just wipe that. Okay. Hopefully that is bright enough, but we have each of these will have the images that will come with it, with the tutorial when you purchase the cutters. They will have, each of them will have the cutter over the top here so you can see exactly how to decorate it and make sure you get those straight lines and things like that. So you can see here how it'll be just right over that. And so you can get those perfect lines. I'm just so excited for these. I'm so excited. They're nice and sturdy. You don't want to put them in hot water. You don't want to put them near heat. They will melt. They are made with food safe PLA 3D printed cookie cutters. They, I cannot tell you how long I've worked on getting these edges sharp so that you can cut them easily with your cookie dough, because I know that that is a super important part when you're decorating your cookies. So guys, I'm just so pumped about this. Thank you guys so much for all the love. I appreciate it so much. And I hope that you will love these as well. So super, super fun. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to decorate some cookies. So we've got our sun hat, we've got our beach bag, and we have our bathing suit. So we're going to first start off with our sun. So let me grab that cookie cutter, or cookie, I should say. All right, and guys, I used these cookie cutters to cut out these cookies. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I first cut these out and I made them and baked them. I was like, oh my gosh, it worked. It worked. Like, they're like straight and they look great and they're just amazing. So these are cut at 1/4 of an inch. I typically, when I'm selling cookies, I do them at 3/8 of an inch. And that's the way I like them. I like them a little bit on the thicker side. So it just kind of depends on what your preference is. Oh, there we go, a little bit brighter. But this is what your cookie's going to come out looking like. And what I did was I used just a pencil, a 3D, no, a number 2 pencil, and just made my lines on where I wanted my parts of my sun. Oh, I forgot to go over the colors. Let's talk about the colors that we're going to use. Okay, so we're only using 4 different colors, but we're going to use a variant of 2. So we've got, like I said, this is like a flamingo pink. I know it looks red here, but I promise you it's like a bright pink. But we have that. We have yellow. I used egg yellow to get this yellow. This one is electric pink and a little bit of red to get this color yellow. We have turquoise. This is turquoise. Again, this one looks blue here, but it is turquoise and it is a Maricolor. And then we have white. Now, 2 extra colors that I made with these same shades, like these are the only 4 colors that I made the main colors. You could totally do this set with these 4 colors, but I did do a little bit of extra with a light pink. So this is like a soft pink. And then I did a lighter yellow. So I did that just to have a little variation in the sun here. But that is the only extra colors that we had. Got my cookie scrub here. You can grab these on my website as well. When you grab those cutters, you can grab a cookie scrub as well, and we will throw it in the box for you. So let's get started on our sun. I'm so excited for this one. If you've been with me at all, you know that I like to have my finished cookie here, working on it, and then we'll work on our cookie that we are decorating right here. I'm going to take you step by step, show you everything that you need to decorate this cookie. You will have this tutorial to watch with the link to rewatch this when you get your cutters in the mail. I just love that, like, no more do you have to just wait for that cutter to come in the mail. I mean, well, you do have to wait a little bit, but you can get that cutter. You don't have to wait a long time. You don't have to worry about processing times as long, and unless you guys just like go bananas on these, which would be a wonderful thing to happen. But I'm just excited to be able to give these to you guys and know that they are just exclusively for Summer Sweet Shop. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline this circle here right in the middle. I am using two different consistencies tonight. I have an outline consistency and I have a flood consistency. Your outline consistency, think of it as like toothpaste. Your flood consistency is your like maple syrup. Okay, so these are your two. You're going to outline and do most of your details with your outline consistency, your piping consistency, and your flood is what you're going to use to fill in those outline parts of your cookie. So let's go ahead and get started. I've cut just a little tip off of the end. When you're cutting your tipless bags, I do have tipless bags in my shop as well. You want to have your seam pointing straight up, and then you're going to take your scissors. I like to have like a really small, like these scissors are only used for cutting bags. If I see any of my kids grabbing them, I threaten them and say, you better not use those. They're only for cutting bags. I keep them really, really safe. But I just cut a little tip off at the end and know that, like, cut a little bit off at first because you can always take off more. You can't put it back on. That's what I always say. Thank you, Lori. She just ordered her cutters. Yay, I'm so excited for you to get them. I'm so pumped. Okay, so here we go. We're going to outline our sun. I like to kind of start at the like 6-7 o'clock position. And we're going to touch down. We're going to pull up away from the cookie. And we're going to follow around our cookie all the way around. Notice how far away I'm coming from the cookie. And I'm just telling that icing where to go. And it's just falling right into place. Okay, if you have any spots at all, like it's not perfectly round, but that's why I don't fill this in first. We're going to fill this in last. And I do that on purpose because I want to have it come over. I want it to be almost like a 3D image where you have that middle of the sun is just on the top part of that cookie. Okay, now we're going to do the rays. I like to do the bigger part first. We're outlining all of this in our egg yellow. And you're just going to outline all of it. So notice that I go on the outside of that pencil mark, and I do that so that you cannot see that pencil mark when you are decorating, when you fill it in. I don't want you to see that at all. And so I think I hear my daughter singing. Her room is right above mine and she just went to bed. I'm pretty sure she's singing. Precious. Okay, so I'm just moving it around. I'm going to do the big rays first, and then I'll come back and add the smaller ones. So I love the sun. Lots of different things that you can use this for. Not just a summer set, but you can use it for Twinkle Twinkle. Well, maybe not Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I guess that wouldn't work for it. I'm thinking of like a cloud. I mean, she is just belting it out. I don't know if I've ever heard her sing like that before in her bed. It's cracking me up. All right, so I'm just going around. Oh, I don't like how that one was. We're going to redo that one. So if you make any mistakes at all, just use your little cookie scribe. Go to grab that right there. Sometimes the bags or the icing will be just a little bit softer. And so it just makes it where it doesn't come out as well. How do we order? Okay, let me share. I'm going to have to share this on a lot of these. There is the link to grab the cutters. Y'all, I just cannot even tell you how excited that makes me. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are amazing. I love the excitement. It just warms my heart. So I'm going to do a little bit of piping icing here in the middle. And the reason I do that is so I don't get craters. So see how these are like little small areas? I don't want to get any craters. Let me tell you what a crater is. A crater is when you have flood icing that is in a small area. And what happens is a air bubble gets caught underneath that. And when it pops, because it will eventually pop, it creates a hole in your cookie and you will be super, not in the cookie, in the icing, I should say. You'll be super, super sad. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, Summer, I flooded all these cookies. I went to bed and I woke up and they had all these craters and I was super, super sad. So I don't want you to be sad. So whenever I think that I might possibly have a crater, I will add some piping icing in the middle. And what that does is it acts as extra support for that flood icing. So it kind of prevents those air bubbles from forming, therefore making it so you don't get any craters. No craters. I always say it's like no whammies. You're like, no craters, no craters. Now, this is the lighter yellow flood icing that we've got going on here. So it's a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to move that icing around. I want it to kind of be kind of sharp there. So I'm going to just move it around. We're going to keep going around to each. And also I like adding that piping detail because then it helps me to remember what I need to fill in and what I'm not filling in right yet. So it totally is helpful in that regard that like, oh yeah. If I like, get to flooding and just get all happy and forgetting what I'm doing. Oh, wait, that one doesn't have piping icing in the middle. I know that it is one that I'm not filling in just yet. So just moving that icing around. When you add that piping to the middle, you do not have to wait a certain amount of time. Some people think that like, oh, I have to wait like 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever. Absolutely not. You can do it right away. You don't have to wait any amount of time before you fill it in. Okay, let me just take a minute and let you guys, for anyone who's just jumped in, you can purchase this cookie cutter. I got to get the shape just right. I think it is. This one was the hardest one to figure out the shape where it goes. So I now have cookie cutters available on my website. These are the very first cookie cutters that I am offering. I'm so excited for them. I've designed them, these 4 cookie cutters, and it's a sun, a beach bag, a beach hat, and a swimsuit. So cute and fun, adorable. So if you scroll there, you can see the link to purchase them today, and you can make your own set of cookies. And it comes with the video tutorial. Also, I'm including with all of them, I'm including 12 piping bags, 12 tipless piping bags. So you will get those. Okay. Moving on to, so you're going to set this aside. You're going to let it dry for about, I'm going to say, you're going to let it dry for about 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes. You want to put it in front of a fan. If you have one, that would be great. A lot of people always ask, how do you get your cookies to be so shiny like this? And the trick to that is putting them in front of a fan very quickly. So you don't want that icing to start to crust over. You want to put it in front of a fan fairly quickly. Like usually I'll do a tray of cookies and then bring those cookies in front of a fan to dry. And so that's getting that airflow is what is going to give you that shiny icing that's so, so pretty. All right, so we've got our cookie here. Some of these do have like little dimples in them a little bit, even though I did add some piping icing to them. But we're going to add a little bit more. And then we're going to do this one with the lighter shade of icing. I mean, the darker, I'm sorry, the darker. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just bumped that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and fill this in, and then we'll let it dry and we'll come back to it to finish it up. But let's do each of these sun rays here. You can see this is a little bit different color. You could do this with orange, with your yellow as well. And you could do every other one in orange. Lots of different things that you can do. Hopefully I didn't just fill that up too much. I might have to take a little bit of that off. There we go. So again, just using my scribe to move the icing around. So you're just filling those in. This would look great with some orange, and do orange and yellow rays would be super pretty. You could add the pink, and you could do the same effect with like a pink icing, would be so pretty as well. So lots of different things that you could do. Awesome. Welcome, guys. So glad that you're here. Hope that you are enjoying this tutorial. So let me know in the comments, have you decorated cookies before? Are you coming just to watch and you like to just watch people craft and do things, which is great. I'm glad you're here. Or do you decorate cookies on the regular and you sell your cookies? Would love to know what you do. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna take this one and we're gonna, I like to just kind of stab it kind of in the middle and just give it a little jiggle jiggle. And we're gonna set this one aside in front of a fan and we're gonna let it dry for just a little bit. And come back to it. So actually, let me set it right here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Karen says, I do decorate cookies, also sell cookies. Awesome. Okay, so the next one we're going to decorate is, let's grab our hat. We have this really, really cute hat. I love this hat so much. I debated on whether to do this one yellow, but it just, every time I looked at it, I just saw a pink hat with this like yellow ribbon. Yellow is my very favorite color. And I just love it, but I love pink as well. So pink with a yellow ribbon on the hat was just like, it was just speaking to me. I just loved it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to outline the whole thing in pink, but we're going to leave this spot here open and we're going to outline it, but we're going to fill it in with the light colored pink. So I've got my pink. I know I keep calling it pink and you're going to be like, Summer, you're colorblind. That is yellow. I know it looks, or it's red. I know it looks red on screen, but I promise you it is pink. It's like it's electric pink. Let me show you. It is electric. It looks red on there too, but it is electric pink and a tiny bit of red. That's so funny. It really is so. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to do the top of the hat first. Again, I'm using my piping icing. Remember, this is your piping consistency that is like toothpaste. And I'm just kind of going pretty slow with that. And now we're going to come and do the rest of our hat. So we're going to come up pretty far away from the cookie again. And just bring it down and around. So for this piece here, highlights coming up and then circling back around like so. And then we're going to do this little ribbon here. Looks so cute. Just going to tuck that in right there. You won't even be able to see that afterwards. Yay, Bonnie, thank you so much for ordering. Casey just ordered. You guys are the best. Oh my gosh. I just cannot even tell you. Okay, so I've got my icing here, my flamingo pink, my electric pink icing. I know you're like, it's not. So, but one thing I want to do, because we're going to do a wet on wet technique here, is I want to grab my lighter pink. Aren't these so pretty? I love them. And I picked the scribe perfectly. I had this one last year. And so I was like, I need that scribe. It's just like the perfect for this set. And maybe I'll do that as I might be, as I do more of these sets, who knows, I might have a scribe that goes with each of them and have the scribe to go with it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I actually had that thought today and I was like, man, I should have thought about that before. Okay, so I've got my icing. We are ready to flood. So notice that like I didn't have a separate piece here. We did it all as one because I think that's just much easier to do it that way. I am using my wet cleaning cloths over here to wipe off my scribe and everything as I'm going. I love them so much. But they are fantastic. You just wet them and wring them out and you can use them to wipe off your scribe, wipe off your bag as you go along. So they are a lifesaver and they save you money from buying paper towels. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to flood this pink hat. I mean, it's just the cutest. So this is our flood consistency. Remember, this is like maple syrup. I like to go from the outside and work my way towards the middle. That just makes it much easier to not overflow, to get just the right amount on my cookie. Now I'm going to use my scribe and just move that icing around like so. Look at that. So we're just moving it around, getting it to every part like that. I'm going to give it a little shake because I want it to settle out before I add my lighter pink details. So once it's settled out, it does not take it long to settle out, depending on how thick your icing is. But I am going to take my lighter pink and I am going to do my lines here. This almost. So we're going to do a line, kind of a curved line here at the top. You're going to do 2 curved lines on the top of the hat, like so. And I really feel like it would be really hard to mess this up, but we're going to go loop down and come back. And so I know that like where that like little tail is, I'm going to come about right here on that hat. So we're going to go up and go here. And then we're going to do another one down here. And this one's just going to kind of skim the top of that. And then we've got one more on the very bottom. And that one's just going to kind of stop right there. And then we're just going to fill in this little area here with this light pink. And now if you're using not old icing, it should not bleed. It should do well and do great. So we will come back to this one and do it some more. Oh, I should have gone up a little bit, shouldn't I have? It'll be okay. Okay. I don't know if that's too loud or not. Okay, now let's do our, now that we're like great with lines, right? I like lines. We do a lot of lines in this set because I just like lines. So now we're doing our beach bag. Look how cute. I'm going to show you how to make this hibiscus flower as well at the end. It'll be the last thing that we do, but look how cute. Oh my gosh. Grab these cutters on my website. I'm so excited. to have these. I just cannot even begin to tell you. Okay, so we are going to outline this little beach bag, and I went ahead and did my lines on here before I did it. Now I have to tell you a trick of how I did this. And so I felt like this was great. I didn't have to pull out my projector at all. What I did is I took my Cookie Countess wide stencil and set it down and used my pencil, or you could use your scribe as well, and did my lines. And I did that so I can get them nice and perfectly straight, and I don't have to worry about them being straight at all. And like how, I just thought that was really smart. Maybe not. Like I thought that was pretty smart of me to do it that way. So I'm going to do our teal part first, the turquoise part first. And let me cut this just a tad. Like I'm going to cut ever so slightly. Sometimes it gets like a little curl at the end. So we're going to do the turquoise and white all the way down. So for the top, it's going to be turquoise. We're going to just draw a line straight across. If you want, you can make that a line. Totally up to you. I'm not going to be too worried if it's like crooked, if it's not right. I think I will actually do that over though. Because it does. There we go. So this one's kind of a smaller line, a thinner line, I should say. But I did that so that we wouldn't have like a super thin line down here. And I'm going to do a line here, and you're just following along where that other line is. And then your line down here. I'm going to do that one just a little bit thinner. So see, I've got those lines there. I'm going to connect these here on the side. And I'm going to do my trick again with my piping icing down the middle. Again, this is going to help me to remember what color goes where, but it's also going to help prevent any craters from getting. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Kitty, I'm so excited to see you. I don't ship to Canada just yet. But Kitty, I have my brand new cutters. This is my set, my very first set of 4 cookie cutters that I am offering. You can only purchase them together. I don't have them as individual. So you can only purchase them as a set. You get them in a box with a video tutorial, of course, and a picture of the finished product, and 12 tipless piping bags. And you can try them out and see if you like our piping bags. I love our piping bags. Okay, so I'm going to fill in the teal. I keep calling it teal. It's turquoise. I'll show you the turquoise. You can't really read it, but I promise you it says turquoise. But it is so, so pretty. It looks baby blue there. I need to remember this. I need to write this down. Summer flamingo pink, electric pink looks red, turquoise looks baby blue, which is not bad. I love red and baby blue. It's a really pretty combination. I should have done a 4th of July set with that, and that would be really pretty. Okay, so we're going to fill this in with our flood icing. For these, I want to make sure that I get these nice and squared off on the corner. I didn't do them as well on my sample, and I wish I would have. And notice that I didn't outline the white except for the ends. That's the only place that I outlined the white, and just added that piping, detail piping to the middle. And so I'm just going to move that, kind of square it off. Oh, I forgot to do the bottom. And square it off. If you want, you could always just make this even and have it all the way down, and have like not have this like little piece at the bottom. But let me add this little piece at the bottom. like so. Okay. Isn't this bag the cutest? When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make that. I need to make that teal and turquoise and white. Yes, Kitty, these are my very first cookie cutters. If you scroll up, you can see where to order them. You can go on my website. You're going to go under shop and click on supplies. And I think they're on page 3. I need to figure out how to get them to like the front of the page. It's a work in progress, guys. It's a work in progress. My website though looks a lot better than it used to. Not that it looked bad before, but now you can go on there and see what it is that I offer. So you can check it out at summersweetshop.com. Go to shop and then click on supplies. So the white, we're just adding right to it right away. We're not waiting any amount of time because I want it just to flood all together. And so I'm just kind of using my scribe just to kind of make that line really straight and make sure that I have enough icing in there. Whoops, going off the grid here. Yeah, so these are my very, very first cutters. And I think it would only be fitting for summer to have summer themed cutters as my very first cutters, right? And so I'm super excited to finally have them. You guys have been asking for a very long time. And I said for a long time that I wouldn't do cutters. And here we are. Here we are, friends. Here we are. And I'm so excited. I'm kind of excited, like really excited the cat's out of the bag. Because I've been keeping it a secret for a while. Okay. So you are going to set this in front of a fan for about, I'm going to say an hour to 2 hours before we do our yellow lines. And so let's set that one. We're going to set it aside. And let's grab our bathing suit. So here is our bathing suit. And here I've already made my lines for my bathing suit as well. So you can see here is our other cookie cutters. So they'll come, or they won't come like this, but they'll come, you'll get the image that you can look at on the website or in the video. It's an overhead image, so you'll be able to see exactly what it is that you are going to decorate. You could put that into your projector and see, because if you're anything like me, I know how it is, and you want to make sure that you have a beautiful cookie for your people to decorate or for your people to enjoy, and you want those lines to be straight. I know that's super, super important. Okay, we're going to do the top of our bathing suit here, and we're going to do just the little leg pieces here. And let's do the top part. So we're going to do the top part in pink. So we've got, here is our neckline. So we've got kind of a halter top going on here. So we're going to do the top parts of the halter, can't talk. And then we're going to do the side. So I'm just following the curve of, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to come down just like that. So for the top here, I just want to make sure you're going to have a bow here, so you're not really going to be able to see anything, but just want to make sure that that is covered up. I feel like I'm not in the right spot. Okay, and then let's do our turquoise down here. And you're just going to outline these parts. This is like the leg parts. And we're going to fill that in. And we'll fill that in. Okay, so let's do our top first. So we've got our flood icing here. So now we're going to do a wet on wet polka dot. So remember, don't add too much icing with your pink because you're going to add some polka dots. So you're going to be adding more icing to our cookie. Okay, so we're just going to turn this, we're going to fill this in here just a little bit more on the top. And just bring it around like so. All right, now I'm going to add some polka dots with that. I'm using the pink again, using the like lighter pink. So we're just going to add a few polka dots in here and make it just really fun and whimsical. Doing the polka dots and the stripes. Oh, I would totally wear this suit. So we're just going to add the polka dots. You're just going to squeeze and pull straight up, squeeze and pull straight up, squeeze and pull straight up. And we're just squeeze and pull straight up. Like so. Look how cute that is. And then let's do our legs down here. So nothing like fancy here necessarily. Add that extra piping icing there so you don't get any craters. No craters, no craters. And just kind of move that around. Okay. Let's put these tips back on the back. So now you're going to set this one aside and we will come back to it in a few. Okay. You know what? I realized I did white on the other bathing suits. Totally fine. Okay, so now we're back to our sun. We're coming back around. We're just going to fill in this middle part with our beautiful flood icing. So this is our yellow flood icing. I used egg yellow to get this color. And you'll see why here in a minute, why I do the middle part last, because I kind of want it to stand out, but it's also going to allow me to get a nice round shape, even if my outline is not perfectly round. So notice I kind of just fill it in the middle like so, and then I'm going to take my scribe and kind of go in a circular motion towards the outside, so toward the rays. We're just gonna, and that just kind of gives it that circular look so that it's not looking like it's, mess that up. But look how cute. Look how cute. So fun. I keep like spitting on the cookies. That's not good. But look how adorable. Love it. Now these were the same color, so I don't know why this one looks darker, but I guess just because the colors developed more, it's literally from the same bag. So I don't know why they look different. So that's our sun. Our sun is done. Let's go ahead and grab our hats. Our hat here is next. I was trying to think this other one I did looks a little better. Might use that one instead. We'll add our pink for our hat. I got to keep the sun so you can see it because it's just so cute. All right, and then we're going to add just a little bit of pink to this one. Like so. I'm just going to swoosh it around. My colors have been sitting out for a few hours. I was doing pictures and all of the good things. And so it is not cooperating as well. Okay. You can grab these cutters on my website right now for anyone who is just joining us. We're going to do our little line here for our hat. I'm going to see if we can ad lib. For our hats. And then we're going to do our cute little ribbon. Like so. And then we have the ribbon. It's really not a bad way to do this. But I am going to just kind of connect those there. We're going to add just this little piece here. Going to add that there and add a piece in the middle. And then let's add our flood icing, being ever so careful. Ever so careful here. Just like so. So when I'm doing like a small area like this, I try to get up over those lines so that you can't see the outline at all. Usually to do that, you want to outline and flood pretty quickly. You don't want to wait a lot of time in between. One like that can cause air bubbles, but you want to just go ahead and get it flooded. We're going to come back and add the dot right here. After we let it dry for about 10 minutes is all you need. Hey, Uncle Steve, how are you? Okay. Let's grab our. Did we do our bathing suit? Or no, we did our bag. So we've got our bag here. We're gonna grab it again. We're going to add our yellow straps to this real quick. So I'm going to add the top first. So I like to kind of turn it around like so. And we're going to start here and we're going to go just around the top. I feel like that's the easiest part, is to go around the outline of the cookie. And then you can do just inside the cookie there. Okay, so we've got our handle. We're going to add our piping icing there in the middle so we don't get any craters. And then we're going to add our lines down here. So I'm just going to come straight from the top of that handle. Straight down. And we're going to do the same on this side. And we're going to connect them there at the bottom. And we'll connect them here. Like so. So we're going to do a line there and a line there. Awesome. Okay, so now let's grab our yellow flood icing and we're going to fill in the middle. Again, I loved this with the yellow and the turquoise. I just thought it was so pretty. I think that one had a little bit of pink. But you want to just get it nice and filled in. And then do the same on the parts where it's on the cookie. And so, like I said, you want to kind of eliminate those lines if you can. So I'm so excited that you guys can order these cutters now. as a set, and you can decorate them together at home and have them. So how cute is that? Oh my gosh, super, super cute. We're gonna do that flower at the very end. And I'm so excited to show you how to do that. Okay. Now let's do our bathing suit, even though I did it in white. It'll be okay. So let's switch that up. We did our bathing suit in white. I'm going to fill in the bottom here, and we're going to do a little bit more of wet on wet technique. So we're going to have this like kind of band here in the middle, but now we're going to have this part of the bathing suit bottoms, and then we'll connect it down here. And let's fill it in. Let's fill it in with our teal, and then we're going to have our white flood icing available to add our white lines. So you're just going to fill that in. I like to go from the outside, working my way towards the middle. You want to make sure you don't add too much icing on this because you don't want it to overflow. So you're just going to move the icing around like that. That even looks great just like that if you want to keep it that way. But let's add some white. Hi, Norma. Norma, I have these cutters now available to purchase on my website. Super excited. You can check them out. I'll put the link for you guys to check them out. I'm using my white flood icing to add some white detail here, some white wet on wet technique. And so you're just moving your hand across the cookie and just ever so slightly squeezing the bag at the same time. Barely squeezing it all. I'm going to take my scribe and kind of just move this out. I don't want to have the dots in there a lot, but just moving it like so. So I'm just kind of, it's kind of tedious. You don't have to do that really. But you're going to let that dry. Does that look good? You're going to let that dry for about 10 minutes before you add that middle part. Between the two, between doing the legs and the top, I would let it dry for about 30 minutes probably is all you need. And then we'll come back and add that bow here in a minute. Okay. So let's grab our hats and we'll be done with it. So we got our yellow, got my yellow piping icing, and we're going to add just a dot with our piping icing right there on top. So you see how it's not perfectly mushed down. I'm just going to take my scribe and just gently tap. Just want it to just gently, gently tap right there so that it has that like little knot. How cute is that cookie? It's adorable. I love it. So we got our sun and our hats. Let's do our, let's go ahead and do our flower on our, what's this called? Beach bag. So 2 ways that you can do this one here. You could use a 101 Wilton tip, which is what I have used here, or you could use a tipless bag, and I'm going to show you how to cut it. You're going to take your bag like this. I'm going to open it up. You want to make sure that you have stiff icing in your bag. So I'm going to take some icing here and I'm going to put it in your bag. So I have just like an empty bag. We're gonna do this in real time. I'm gonna set this back on. Okay. I have just a little bit of icing. I'm just doing this one cookie. But you're gonna squeeze your icing all the way down here to the bottom. Like so. So I have just like a little tiny bag. Hopefully this will be enough. I think it should be. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut the end of this off. Okay, and so I've got my like little bag. And so what I want to do, so you see how, let me show you the tip. So the tip of this bag is curved, or tip of this tip is curved. Stiffer than piping consistent. Yes, Lori, I added, I took my piping consistency and added a little bit of powdered sugar to make it stiffer. I want to do that because I want it to be stiff enough so that it stays like this. I want it to be stiff and I don't want it to melt. Okay. So we've got our piping bag here. We've got our bag here. I'm going to turn it actually this way. I'm going to cut my bag just like this tip here. Okay. So I'm going to cut it at an angle. And I have, before I do that, I have the seam on this side, like, so it's to the side. So I'm going to cut the bag just like that. So can you see how it's cut and see the way it's cut at an angle? So what you're going to do then is you got your bag and you're going to take that seam and it's going to point away from you. So let me see if I have, I have a, where's my practice cookie? I have a Nada cookie here that you can practice on. It's plastic. If you've never seen a Nada cookie. It sounds like you're saying naughty, like N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. It's not, it's a N-O-T-T-A. But you're going to have the seam pointing away from you. And you're going to be able to create those leaves like so. And this is going to create your hibiscus flower. You guys, I have a hibiscus in my backyard. I bought at the beginning of the season. And it does not love me. All my leaves have turned yellow. And it is not thriving. And it makes me really sad. Okay, kind of messed up on that last one, but look how pretty. So let's do it on the flower. So, or on the beach bag. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to squeeze, 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 and then come back around. I'm going to do 5 petals. So I'm going to squeeze, 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 and come back around. Oh, these like nets are coming in. That's what it is. Okay, so we're going to do the same. And I just keep turning it. I don't want the petals to touch, but I want them to come back towards the middle. And then you're going to squeeze, 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 and come back around. If you feel like you need to add another petal, you can always do that. And no one's going to be counting going, so I have 6 petals. I promise you, no one will notice. And even if you don't like that, we can just take it off, especially since it is piping consistency. It comes off pretty well. And let's try it again. Part of that's because this bag is so tiny. Okay. Okay. So there we have it. This one looks prettier, but this one definitely still does get the job done. And look how cute. Okay. And then all I did for the little stamen is, look, where am I going to put it? I just did a line. I let it dry first. But you can just add little pieces in there. And look how cute. Is it not adorable? It's because that one's so skinny. That's what it was. So stinking cute. But there we have it. That's how you can make it. Or you can get a Wilton one-on-one tip. Also gets that. Okay, now let's just fill this in here. Oh, let's add we're going to add our bow to the top. Let me set this one here. We're going to add our bow to the top of our bathing suit. Let's try that again. That did not come out the way I wanted it to. There you go. And then we're just going to give it. And then I'm going to make a knot just like right in the middle. This is all done with piping icing. Like I said, you could totally keep it like this and not even fill in the middle, but we're going to fill in the middle and make it a one piece. And we'll just fill in those cute little bottoms. Like so. How cute. And there you have it. Oh my goodness. That's all 4 of our cutters, all 4 of our cookies. Florals can be tricky. I know they can be tricky. So we've got our bathing suit. We've got our cute little hat. We have our sun. We've got our sun. And we have our flower or beach tote with our little flower on it. How cute. So in case you missed it, thank you so much, Kitty. I now have these cutters in my shop. You can go purchase them right now. I'll post it one more time before we are done, but I am so excited for these cutters. It's a 4-piece set, a summer cutter box set, and you can grab, we've got the bathing suit, the sun. These are made 3D printed with PLA, food safe PLA. We've got our hat, so cute, and our little beach tote. And so I am so excited to have these. I'm so pumped that now I can offer them to you. It has been a long time coming, and so I'm so excited that you guys can now grab some cutters. So these are the first cutters and that we are producing. So they will be shipping out in the next day or so if you order them today. And I'm excited for you to get them in your hands so you can decorate these. They come with the video tutorial, the link to watch this video if you want to watch it again. And it also will come with 12 tipless bags. So you can grab some tipless, or you can get tipless bags to use as well when you're decorating, and you can see if you like our bag. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this tutorial. I am so pumped for these. Let me see here. I am so excited for these cutters. They are, like I said, really great quality. Oh my goodness, my necklace is all twisted. And they are great. So like I'm pressing on this and it's not moving. So these are nice and sturdy. We worked really, really, really hard. I worked really, really hard at getting just the right thickness. I wanted it to be really sharp so it could cut through your cutters. And I can't tell you how many, almost like 100 samples of printing these. So grab yours today. It's the summer cutter box. The link is there below. So grab them, and I can't wait to see you guys decorate these cookie cutters. So excited. You get the image, you get the video tutorials, you get 12 icing bags to play around with it, and you get a supply list that has what colors I'm using for the whole set. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. I had a blast. I hope you did too. And I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Y'all have a good night.